Hey guys, welcome to Spice and Rice. So today I'm going to be showing you a special video. This is Ankit's parents' reaction to our relationship. So come along.
Hey guys, welcome to Spice and Rice. I'm gonna introduce my parents, Grandpa Gio, Grandma Gio, and I have some questions for them. I'm gonna start by asking, first time I told you about Georgie, what were your thoughts?
There are many friends, so you have made a friend.
Okay.
And if you're interested, maybe it's a passing fling.
Papa, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts was also like similar. I also thought that usually it happens like
It
that.
happens,
In the college,
College also
college
you
time,
had some
you become
friends, one or
friends.
two friends. So
Rather,
So-
maybe 2-3 friends and one maybe very close.
there was one girl who was very interested in you. What was her name? I don't remember. You were teaching something?
I don't remember the name either, but there was
Oh, you
one.
forgot her.
Yes, and
Okay.
it was, I was preparing for my boards, and this girl wanted me to teach her.
No,
But-
you were not preparing for board. You were in your MBBS
Oh,
first year.
yes, yes,
Yeah. And
yes.
so you gave a lecture.
Yes, that was a different one. Yes, that was a different one.
Oh, I don't know about your school one.
Okay.
I don't know.
How many girls were there?
There were plenty of girls. I was never a girls person, by the way, anyway. Second question I have is, when you first met Chowji, what was the first thing that you noticed?
She's quite different from us.
Quite different. Okay, quite different in what scenarios?
The way we speak, the way we eat,
That is all due to the culture itself.
culture
Yes.
itself, and features, the matlab, different.
Right, right.
Not like our
Right, so-
Indian girls.
Seems to me a good girl, good nature girl, and I really, though of course the features and all the culture is almost different from the Indians. That's there, of course, and her bringing and brought up was in America. Rather brought up was in America, but she was born in China. So
Right.
all the cultures and other things, they were all different from our Indian culture.
Right.
But yes, even then, she looked good to me.
Excellent. And
So you like the answer.
okay, what are your thoughts about me? Like, did you expect me to go for a non-Indian girl?
Well, I was 50-50.
50-50.
Yes, I thought that it will be only a part of friendship during the college days, and then probably the thing
It happens.
Right.
usually it
right.
happens with many people.
Right.
So I was also that opinion, and 50% yes, I was there that he might go into the marriage
Relationship
I see.
and
relation.
marriage.
That's quite high.
Yes, I was quite broad-minded, broad spectrum. Think was broad.
No, I feel like you've been very, very broad-minded. There is
Yes.
absolutely no doubt
Yes,
about
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
That is true.
Sometimes I feel like you have been more broad-minded than I would expect you to be, but that's a positive, I would say. What did in your minds you had pictured that, what kind of a girl will I be marrying?
Typical Indian girl, educated,
Right.
maybe a doctor, maybe not. Of course, doctor would be good, and so that he has good food.
I pictured myself to marry an Indian girl as well.
And children of means our features.
Right.
So I would thought that.
Right. I always wanted a standard Indian wife as well, and there is no,
Standard Indian.
Yes.
I wanted that.
There's no questions
so
about that
I
either.
told him that also. I told him that if you marry this girl, you don't know how your children would be.
You did. I remember that.
Huh.
That was one thing, how the grandkids are going to be.
Yeah.
And the other thing was, of course, the culture, food was a big issue. And I would say, hindsight 2020, in some of the things, food is definitely harder. But I feel like I most of the times eat healthier also. But yes, food is a challenge for both of us. Adjusting to each other is also a challenge at times. But I think we do a good job on that.
And then you said that Chowji is coming to India, and I was shocked. So I think this girl is going to come to our house too. I think Kanu is interested in her.
Right.
That's why she's coming to India.
Right.
All the way from
The
and
US?
and I knew she's afraid of flights also.
Yes.
So I think
Afraid of lights.
She's afraid of flying.
she's afraid of flying. So if she's coming, must be something serious there. Otherwise, I was saying. Otherwise, I thought कि लोग दोस्ती करते हैं, they become friends,
Right.
then they go apart.
Right. When was the first time you thought it was serious?
When we went to Hawaii?
Yes.
No, that was after that.
Yes, Hawaii was afterwards. Hawaii was actually when we got married.
Which was afterward.
Yes.
So that, when she came to India, I thought it was serious.
That was 2017, and that was for my cousin's wedding, Shivam. And I think Chowji spent like a week in India. I thought I had a good time, but anytime you ask her how she did, she only remembers that she did not get any non-veg food for almost 2 days. But it was only 1 day, but that's all she remembers. She does not remember when I showed her the Lotus Temple. She did not remember when I showed her the Taj Mahal, or of course all the love showered on her.
By the way, I decided to come in. Initially, I had not decided to come in because I was like, this is an interview between son and parents. But then I was like, I have some input to say. First of all, when his mom was like, it was going to be a fling, he thought it was going to be a fling too. Secondly, I did enjoy the Lotus Temple, and I have so many Snapchat photos of that to prove that I did enjoy it. But I do remember the vegetarian problem. Shivam's wedding had only vegetarian food. There was like 50 dishes, and I walked from one end to all the way the other end because I was like, it can't all be vegetarian.
Because, in India, marriage is a sacred affair. So it's a sacred affair, so that's why it was vegetarian.
It was a complete different culture shock. I was like, what is going on? Why do you need to know the date of birth? Why do you need to know the time of birth? I'm like, it's just August 8th, which is a semi-real date.
Even that is a semi-real date?
That is a semi-real date.
What is the actual date?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
My mom used the lunar calendar, and so she said it was around that day.
It was around that day.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know exactly.
But in India, we are very particular about that because we have rich cultural history.
When is Baby Joe born?
2:45 p.m. Oh well.
Oh, you remember this? I don't remember this.
Of course I remember the Baby Gio's time and the date as well.
Oh my gosh.
It also depends upon where you're born, latitude, longitude, or whatever for that matter. So I would say yes. So she, despite having all the experiences with the different places, see, you did not hear about Taj Mahal. You did not hear about Lotus Temple. Yes, I had a great time. One sentence. And so many sentences about the food for that one day.
Chinese culture, I eat when I eat. I don't eat when I don't want to eat. But I think in Indian culture, it was definitely challenging for sure. And I would say food is probably the most challenging thing. Language would be a second challenging thing.
You must have some questions too.
If you want to ask who I pictured myself marrying, a white guy.
And why is that?
There's just so many more white people in the United States.
Why not try?
We don't live in a heavily populated Asian. So I live in Cleveland, actually Akron, which really didn't have many Asian people. When you said 50% is going to be Indian, 50 was not. Did you picture white?
No,
that was
not at all. I thought 80% he would marry an Indian girl. 80%.
His third view, my view was 50-50.
No.
When you heard about her or before you heard
Yes,
about her?
Before I heard.
Oh, really?
When people were
Even
telling...
before you heard, you thought that I may go for her?
Yes.
Oh my
No,
Oh my
god.
gosh, but he's
I
so...
did not think. I did.
I
not
felt.
think. How did you feel?
Why do you? There is no question on that. Yeah.
But you felt that.
That's feeling. That's
Oh my
No,
God.
I
Wow.
thought my son is too Indian. So I think he will marry an Indian girl.
I thought he was very Indian too.
I think
You're even more Indian than Manu, your brother,
I-
who eats chicken twice a week.
Yes. I never thought. But when you came to Indiana, then I started thinking.
Actually, I want to clarify something. The first time I think his parents heard about me in a non-colleague way was when Ankit would leave his apartment complex, go to the side of the building, and then call me. And then I heard his mom calling him from the balcony, Canoe? And I was like, where are you at? You're like, I'm outside the building. And I was like, why aren't you inside talking?
Also, while studying, I used to talk to you sometimes as well.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you found
and
that
that
about
was
us.
not done before. Never. He was very studious. When he was studying, his full attention was on studying.
That is true. He did mention that to me, that when he was studying for a test, there was a girl who had a cold, and this is one of his loves. And she had a cold, and then you were like, no, get
So
away. And then that was the end of the relationship.
No, it was the relationship never started. But I was preparing for my the pre-medical test, and somebody had a cold. She wanted to ask me some questions. I was like, no, you have a cold. I have an exam tomorrow or day after tomorrow. What if you give me a cold? I cannot focus properly. So I just maintained distance.
Now, is having a Chinese, for the Indian culture, is having a Chinese wife or husband common?
Where? In India?
India?
Yes.
No, Indian marry Indian.
I'm not sure
I
about
have
that.
not seen-
I have a few
I'm not
experiences,
sure.
yes. I have
And there are
few
always women
acquaintances.
with-
There are
What?
exceptions everywhere, so.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a very emotional video for sure and very eye-opening. Anyways, if you did like that video, please hit the like button. And if you want to watch more, please hit subscribe. Bye guys.